So in my last video, I talked about how JUNKCOIN is doing things that's making it stand out against its peers within the absurd Memecoin narrative. Peers such as Trashcoin, Shitcoin, and even the likes of much larger meme coins within that same narrative, such as Fartcoin. And keep in mind that I am big fans of every one of these meme coins, by the way. However, the one thing that we want to see in crypto is progress. Otherwise, most of us wouldn't be here in crypto if it didn't provide us the opportunity for all of us to make progress and improvements in our own lives. So one of the best ways for a crypto project, once again, in my opinion, nothing is financial advice here, is to show progress, is to evolve beyond its current state of being, which ultimately allows your favorite projects the ability to create a stronger emotional connection with their community members. And I believe with the updates that you'll see in today's video, JUNKCOIN is making the right strides in doing that. So let's jump into the first major update that gives JUNKCOIN a unique identity where its community members will be proud to belong to. And the first major update is that JUNKCOIN is releasing the NFT collection. And here's the exciting news that they posted on X just yesterday. So today we reveal our first Junk NFT. The name of the NFT is called CyberJunk. So forged from pure JUNKCOIN gold and powered by advanced AI. CyberJunk stands as the symbol of power, evolution, and digital legacy. We'll reveal each NFT one by one. And this is really awesome because they put tons of effort into the marketing and into the branding. And by introducing NFTs into their project, they are beginning now to humanize or to give emotional aspects to their project in which us as community members can identify with. So make sure to jump to the X page right here and you could watch this video, but I'll briefly play it for you right here and we'll have some sound.
CyberJunk NFT reveal. This one is forged from pure JUNKCOIN gold and powered by advanced AI. The CyberJunk will rise, and this is first NFT revealed, and more are coming.
So that is some really bullish news there. So let's go ahead and jump to their website because their website will show more of their NFT collection. So at the very top, you can see NFT collection right here. Make sure to click on that and it'll take you to their NFT collection right here. And what's really cool, and you can see that there's several of them that are available, but they're not available to buy yet, but very soon here. So that's why you want to go back to the X page and make sure to give them a follow, because when these NFTs are officially ready to be minted and bought, then you'll be the first to know. But what's really neat is if you hover over these NFTs, and you can see right here, I'm hovering over the JUNKY NFT to my right, you could see that it is animated. So this is some really neat stuff here. So some high level artwork right here, and you can see that is this absolutely top notch. And then they'll be adding those animations to each one of these NFTs, but you could just go to the website and hover over the JUNKY NFT right here, and you can see that the JUNKY NFT has animations added to it. So really awesome stuff. So if you go back and we have a look at the types of NFTs that will be available very soon, we have Inferno right here, we have Frost, we have Cyber, and moving on we have Samurai, Mystic, and JUNKY. And you can see that there is a vast array of different type of NFTs that have different personalities to attract and to appeal to all of us who have different interests and different personality traits that we could relate to one of these types of NFTs. And of course, they'll be adding much more NFTs in the future, as you can see that they have a coming soon sign right here. And what's really neat is that there are different levels to these NFTs. And you can see on the top left-hand corner of each NFT, for example, this one right here, the Inferno one, you can see that this NFT right here, the Inferno NFT, is classified as legendary. So the one in the middle, Frost, is epic. Cyber is rare. So you can see that there's different status levels to these NFTs. So I would not be surprised that in the future that these NFTs will allow its community members to unlock special benefits and privileges. But once again, until that is officially announced, that is just my speculation. So with the introduction of these NFTs, it certainly allows JUNKCOIN to differentiate itself from the rest of its peers, and also to be able to build a much stronger emotional connection with its community members. For example, if we go to the Fartcoin website, this website absolutely makes no sense, and we don't see any such assets to it, such as NFTs, that would allow this project to create a strong and emotional connection with its audience. And the same thing goes if we look at TrashCoin, for example. We have yet to see this type of innovation as well. And jumping to the Shitcoin website, we do not see that type of evolution as well. Once again, I am big fans of all of these meme coins that belong to the absurd meme coin narrative. But the one thing that I really appreciate with JUNKCOIN is that they are showing tremendous progress, and they are evolving into something that looks to be very special and is taking on its own unique identity within the absurd meme coin narrative. And before we go into the next major update, I just want to share this awesome giveaway that JUNKCOIN is running right now. So just 49 minutes ago on their X page, they posted this giveaway right here. So Inferno Junk is giving away $200. 4 lucky winners will get $50 each. So in order to be eligible for this giveaway, 1, follow JUNKCOIN, follow Oxkroshi, and follow Crypto Gems 100 here. 2nd, like and retweet this post. And 3rd, comment on our post. So the winners will be announced on October 26th, which is only 2 days away. So make sure to do all 3 of these steps here in order to be eligible to win the prizes as mentioned here. So if you're not familiar with who Inferno Junk is the latest NFT to be created. So you can see right here that this is Inferno NFT to our left, but there's actually a really awesome video on Inferno Junk here. So let's go ahead and find it. So this 9 hours ago, you can see right here that JUNKCOIN this released their newest junk NFT, and of course that is Inferno Junk. So let's go ahead and watch its video right here. So I'll go ahead and I'll start from the very beginning, but the animations are awesome.
From the depths of the digital volcano, a new force awakens. The Inferno Junk coin will melt faces.
So tell me that is an absolute fire. So once again, their branding, their marketing, the design work, and the video production, super top notch. But going back to the giveaway here, once again, make sure to fulfill those 3 steps so that you can become eligible to win this giveaway here. The second major update for JUNKCOIN is that they just released their newest mini game. So at the very top, once again, if we click on games right here, it will take you to their game section. And in our last video update, we had shared their very first game, which was called Space Junk Shooter Game. But once again, I'll leave the link to this, the last update video on JUNKCOIN if you're interested in learning more about the first game. But right now, we really want to focus on their newest game that they just released. And that newest game is called Inferno Running Game here. So you can see that its mission is to run through the Inferno, jump over obstacles, and collect fire gems here. So this game, once again, is easy to play, but also difficult to master. So you can see that all you do is use a spacebar to jump to avoid fire obstacles while at the same time collecting gems for points. So let's go ahead and give this game a try here. So once again, we want to be pressing the spacebar so that we could jump and avoid the fire and collect the gems. So let's go ahead and start it up right here. So you can see that we are the Inferno character right here, and we have to jump over that fire and collect those gems that are above us right here. And let's keep on going here. So you can see, well, I thought that I might have fell on the, oh, there we go. So you can see that, you know, it looks very, very simple, but you know, after a couple times playing it, you can see that it takes a lot of concentration to jump over those fire and collect the gems. So on your own time, make sure to go to their website here, click on games, and you can find their newest mini game, Inferno Runner game. And in the comments and also on their X, leave your highest score when it comes to their newest game. And once again, by adding games to the project, it is a huge differential factor from the other absurd Memecoin peers that are in that same narrative, simply because by adding games, it allows JUNKCOIN to have much more powerful engagement with their audience, and as well as it makes their project overall a lot more interactive as well. So if we go, for example, and we jump to, let's say, you know, Fartcoin, we don't have any such things like that. We don't see any games or any type of you know, interactive elements to these projects where the community members could actively play as, let's say, an NFT character that you have right here in Inferno. You know, and being able to identify much more with this project. And you can see right now I'm trying to multitask playing while I'm talking. But the thing that I really want to touch on is, once again, is that by adding games, you know, it's something that it's other meme coins in the absurd meme coin narrative is not currently doing. And because of that, it is giving JUNKCOIN that huge advantage of building a much stronger community and much stronger emotional connection with their audience members and their community members, in which the community members can now build a stronger identity with the JUNKCOIN brand. So, you know, that's the same goes for the shitcoin. We don't see games, for example, as we talked about TrashCoin, and as well as Fartcoins. We don't see any of those different assets that allows their community members to interact with their brands, like how we're seeing JUNKCOIN create these awesome games, NFTs, that allow its community members to much better identify with the JUNKCOIN brand. Go ahead and jump to the chart for JUNKCOIN. And right now, the market cap of JUNKCOIN is only sitting at $129,000. And in my opinion right now, it looks like the chart is bottomed out. And once again, this is not financial advice, but in my opinion, I believe that this would be, for those who are very interested in this project and are strong believers in this project, this could be a good opportunity to DSay into this project, simply because it does look bottom out. And that simply means that, you know, all the, if you want to call it the JEETs, for example, are typically out by now, and we have just the remaining members who are loyal to this project as the core members of the community for JUNKCOIN. So in my opinion, once again, this is not financial advice, so always make sure to do your own research. I'm just sharing my thoughts and opinion. I believe that the chart looks bottomed out right now, and you can see by its holder count that it is staying stable of close to 800 holders. So right now the holder count for JUNKCOIN is sitting at 788 holders. So during the last while, that holder count has been very, very stable. And that's what we want to see, is that when the chart bottoms out, that we have a stable number of holders, because that means that there's a high chance that those number of holders are really strong believers in the project, and they're just not going to leave the project based on, you know, some sort of hype cycle or something of that nature, that they truly love this project and they truly believe in what this project can do in the future, and also how this project can change their own life as well. So let me know in the comments below whether you are mega bullish on JUNKCOIN. And in my opinion, I am really bullish on this project because I love to see progress in crypto projects. And of course, one of the biggest ones was the NFT collection here. So make sure to follow their X account so that when their NFT collection drops, then you'll be one of the first to know that you have access to get in on these NFTs super early here. And also the other element that they added was their mini games here. So they had the first one called Space Junk Shooter, and their newest game is the one that we just showed right now, Inferno Runner game. Once again, with NFTs and games, those are fantastic ways for a project to connect emotionally and to be interactive with their community members. And also, one thing when it comes to making JUNKCOIN absolutely unique is history. So once again, if you haven't had the opportunity, I created an in-depth video on JUNKCOIN that talks about all this stuff. I'll leave that in the link below. But if we go to the very top right here, and we can see that JUNKCOIN was forked from Bitcoin's code base back in the early days. So this implies that both Dogecoin and JUNKCOIN share similar technical DNA with Bitcoin, and JUNKCOIN is the grandfather of Dogecoin. So this diagram right here, it certainly highlights that. And really, what that means to be a fork is to be, JUNKCOIN is, the main code base was a copy of, Bitcoin. So in a way, that's why you could see that JUNKCOIN is an offspring when it comes to the code base of Bitcoin. And when you look further down the line right here, you can see that JUNKCOIN is essentially, the father, the grandfather, and the great grandfather of, other very prominent crypto projects such as Lucky Coin, Bell's Coin, and of course, Dogecoin here. So just the history behind JUNKCOIN and being, having, if you want to call it an ancestral relationship with Bitcoin, sharing the same or similar DNA in terms of its code base, makes JUNKCOIN absolutely unique and very, very special. So once again, if you combine those three elements and with the progress that JUNKCOIN continues to work with and the speed of innovation that this project continues to move with, I am absolutely super, super bullish on this project here. So once again, in the comments below, let me know whether you are bullish on all the awesome progress and improvements that JUNKCOIN is making. And once again, nothing in this video is financial advice, so always make sure to do your own research. Also, crypto is risky, so as much as everything can go to the moon, it can go down to zero as well. So please invest responsibly. Also, I am not a financial advisor, so if everything in this video sounds good to you, make sure to subscribe to the channel, turn on that notification bell, and give this video a big thumbs up. And with that, I'll see you in the next one.